All right, everybody, welcome to the Backseat Huddle podcast, episode 65. Today, I am talking about that motherfucking beatdown that the Buffalo Bills gave the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to start with the Bills. I'm going to be pretty excited about the Bills, and then I'm going to absolutely obliterate the Dolphins. So just be ready for that. Drug test the entire fucking Buffalo Bills team. Drug test them all. Drug test all the players, all the coaches, all the front office. Fuck it. Drug test the fucking receptionist too. What the fuck? Where did that come from? Is this the same team that lost the Jets 3 weeks ago, or am I losing my fucking mind? I was so wrong about this Buffalo Bills team. I swore up and down the Dolphins were going to blow out the Bills.
Previously on Dragon Ball Z.
There is not a chance in shit that the Dolphins lose this game against the Bills. And I was wrong. There was real chatter this offseason that the Buffalo Bills Super Bowl window was closing.
Listen, obviously, for this iteration of the Bills, the window is closed. They hope it reopens at some point in the future.
And they weren't as good as they were last season. And they're taking a step back this season.
So now Cincinnati, led by Joe Burrow, has elevated themselves above Buffalo. And we already know Kansas City is above Buffalo. So when we look at Buffalo, we say to ourselves, they'll be a good team, but will they be the same team that they've been? No, which is why.
And I'll be honest, yo, I bought into that. Shit, was I wrong? That was the most impressive win of this young NFL season. The Bills are undoubtedly the best team in the AFC right now, and they're probably the best team in the NFL. There was just so much to like out of the Buffalo Bills this week. It's really easy after that win to say that the Buffalo Bills are a Super Bowl caliber team. A fucking blind person could see that. But the way they ran the ball and the commitment that the Bills showed to running the ball with someone other than Josh Allen was what it just feels so different. They gave their running backs 20 carries and they stuck to it and they had success. That is Super Bowl worthy. That is what makes them different this season. Taking that load off of Josh Allen makes all the difference in the fucking world. If they continue to win and look like this, it's not out of the question that the road to the Super Bowl could go through Orchard Park and they could be the number one seed in the AFC. I was so wrong about this Buffalo Bills team. Now, let's talk about Tua and the Dolphins because I don't have anything nice to say right now. Tua is a fucking fraud. His entire season and all of his issues and all of his weaknesses have been masked totally and completely by elite receiving talent, an elite offensive coach, and a fairly weak schedule to start the season. I have never seen a player whose stats lie so heavily. He puts up all these stats. He puts up all these numbers. First in this advanced metric, first in that metric, put up 70 points, whatever, and we all forget about that. And I did too. I fell for it too. He's not MVP caliber. He's not a top 5 quarterback in this league. He's just not those things. Tua has never passed the eye test because what he does well requires him to play within structure. But that's not what wins big in the NFL anymore. Having a guy who can make those plays, be that guy, be the one to make the play and win the game is what wins big in the NFL now. And Tua isn't that. The indescribable quality, the je ne sais quoi that makes a quarterback elite, Tua doesn't have it. Tua is great at going through his reads. He's great at getting the ball to the right person. He's elite at executing Mike McDaniel's system when it's there. But he's also a Tyreek Hill merchant, and he was so far and away the second best quarterback on the field on Sunday, and it wasn't fucking close. He's a good player. He's not MVP level. He's not the best quarterback in the NFL. I would say he's not top 5. The stats for him are extremely deceptive due to the system that he is in. 2 weeks ago, I compared Tua to Brock Purdy, and that's the perfect comp for him because both of them are not elite when the play breaks down and are masters of the system that they're in. They're both not extremely talented, but they are both talented. They're both a little shaky under pressure, and they're not elite when the play breaks down and it's not what it was designed to be. Miami's biggest issue is not Tua. Miami's biggest issue is their defense. Let's not be fucking fooled. Their defense sucks. We got lulled to sleep by it in back-to-back weeks when they played against bad offenses in the Patriots and the Broncos, but they fucking suck. They've played two teams that have real legitimate offenses in the Chargers and the Bills, and in those two games, they gave up 34 points to the Chargers, 48 points to the Bills, gave up 400 yards plus in both games, and they gave up 350 combined rushing yards in those two games. That's fucking bad. That's the Achilles heel of this team. You cannot go against the elite teams in this league and not be able to stop the run, especially in the playoffs. In the playoffs, if you have to visit or even play against a bad weather team like the Ravens, Chiefs, or Bills again, you're fucked. And God help you if you get far enough where you have to play against the 49ers or the Eagles, because they are going to fuck you up and you're in for a long fucking day if you can't stop the run against those two teams. So that is my very spirited opinion on the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. We'll see what it ends up being the rest of the season, but I'm not entirely sold on the Dolphins, to say the least. Buffalo Bills look like the favorite right now, but they did early in the season last season too. We'll see where it goes. So that's my show, guys. Thank you guys for listening, watching, whatever it may be. Feel free to like and subscribe. Take care, everybody.